Anybody ever played Moraff's World? Because this has kind of the overall feeling of a Moraff's World, doesn't it? I mean, the latency on this is I can't even hit flippers now. So she has short range and long range versions of most of these moves, and I still have got to figure out which one's which. Okay, so B is the short range one. Did it just freeze up on me? Hey, now it's responding again. Good. Good. Hey, let's go up to the top and refresh. Yeah, still no players anywhere. Now, the reason I'm trying to turn on the latency is because I was noticing 40 milliseconds latency, which actually sounds pretty good, but I bet that's only one direction, so I bet it's 80 milliseconds latency, and a frame is 15 milliseconds. Editor Reaperman here from the future, and what follows is my attempt to get involved in an AtGames Legends Gamer happy hour. See, a few weeks ago when I bought my AtGames Legends Gamer Mini and got this here core system, I signed up for an ArcadeNet account, and that ArcadeNet account has been regularly emailing me with contests and invitations and stuff like that. And since I had never found anybody online before, and since my schedule happened to line up with one of these happy hours, I thought I'd give it a whirl and see how the AtGames cloud service is handling things. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty long and miserable video. I've chaptered it out, so feel free to skip around, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. Star White. Okay, Reaperman here, and I am at my AtGames Legends Mini here, and I'm trying out their happy hour, thinking that maybe there'd be a few more people in the lobby, but nah, they didn't even seed the lobby with anybody. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead, and it looks like April 1st was the first day of the new games, and it looks like Mark of the Wolves is one of the games. So to support the happy hour, I actually have a second microphone hooked up here, just in case there's somebody to talk to. It's my old USB mic. Ah, certainly they existed. Those blinded by ambition. So, first thing we do is we have to turn this down to like 46. I think we're actually maybe even a little lower, maybe 50. Okay. So we can probably turn this up just a little bit more. Yeah. Now, one thing I notice about all of their cloud gaming here is that it's got this terrible kind of mush filter on it that you can turn off on the built-in games, but you can't turn off on the cloud games. We'll just give this game a little go here. Thank you. I don't know which buttons are which, but we'll find out. I want to be B. Janet. Top meter. Set it up at the top there. The top meter, you get a little bit more power during that. And I always like to set it up at the top because I know at one point I will have full health. Alright. Whoa! Hey-haw! Oh! So I have actually set my top meter the reverse of how I wanted to set it. And he has caught on to my two moves that I know. I don't fully know which button maps to what, but I am reasonably familiar with this game. It's going to take me a little bit to get the it's going to take a little bit to get the easy losses out of my way here. Boom. Hopefully, I figure that out before somebody joins my my game here. Hopefully I managed to figure out how to take out Kim Dong-hwan here. I actually put in probably a solid afternoon trying to get good at B-Gen. This is one of my favorite games on Neo Geo here. Oh, and this is one of my favorite levels. I love this level, the Terry level. Okay, Terry is... This does not feel like difficulty level 4 here. This feels definitely not like difficulty level 4. Okay. So just to let everybody know where we are, this is not a game that's built into my AtGames Legend console. This is some kind of a cloud-delivered thing. Oh good, I figured out one of my punches. I can actually do... Ooh. I could have actually done my big move there, which I think is just a double quarter circle and then a punch will kick off one of my big moves. I actually don't like continuing. Okay. Okay, now I've crammed a bunch of credits onto this thing. Let's pick the only other person I've ever been reasonably good at. That's Freeman here. This time I'm going to set my top correctly. So since this isn't built in, this is playing up on their servers. It's got whatever latency. I tried hooking the 8-bit DOE stick up to it and experienced incredible latency via wired USB, and that doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right at all. So I'm back to wired USB with the authentic stick here. Ooh, let's do that again. Okay, so punches are on that side, kicks are on that side. So the Neo Geo's buttons, instead of being mapped across, are mapped vertically. It's actually kind of how my cabinet has it. But the punches are over here on the left side, and then on the right side is the kicks. And this guy is just kind of a quarter circle monster here. He does quarter circles forward, quarter circles back. Pretty much like B-Gen. I'm a simple person with my tastes. I really do like this Legends Gamer Mini controller here. Mini, the thing's 19 inches wide. I love it. It's got reasonably American feeling buttons on it. The stick is Japanese style, so that's not great. Ooh. Power wave. I am having trouble with diagonals on this. So I don't want to switch games too much in here, and the reason for that is I will lose sync on my... Oop! I will lose sync on my capture device, because this thing loses sync an awful lot. Ah, Power Geyser! I really love this level, though. I love the moving trains, scrolling backgrounds. It's one of the most beautiful backgrounds in any Neo Geo game that I can name. And like B. Janet, he's just kind of a double quarter circle and then the move for his S power there. Think we're scrolling again? Yep, we're scrolling again. Final round. And now I've brought him into his top, and he's almost knocked me out of mine. It's an interesting kind of it's an interesting kind of mechanic, the top setting. Boy, it does not feel at all connected. I suppose that would be the old internet in between me and the game there. I just kind of send him a move and then I see how that's going to play out. So, yay. That's what that Cresolid guy. No, it's story. So I'm kind of hoping somebody joins me on this scheduled happy hour. AtGames, they've been kind of spamming me on basically a daily basis. Oh, good. B. Janet. She's a rich lady that's also a pirate captain with a submarine. Love this stage. Oh. Come on, Janet. I hear she's back in some of the newer KOF games, like Maximum Impact, and I think she's in 15, KOF 15. I know she's in KOF 11. I think KOF 11 was the last time that I was really on board. That's a Thomas Wave game, I think. Or console side, it's PlayStation 2 era. Thomas Wave is a weird system. It's a Dreamcast with cartridges. So when Sega Naomi came out, it had twice as much RAM as a Dreamcast. And Naomi 2 had 4 times as much RAM as a Dreamcast. And then after those two came out, they came out with a Thomas Wave, Sammy did, and that was just Dreamcast amounts of RAM, but with a cartridge. Which one of us is going to spam the quarter circles the fastest? She is in her top mode, though. Ah. You earned that one, Bon Janet. Bon Janet. Love the animation in this game, too. It is very nice. I'm not doing particularly well at the game. The game doesn't feel particularly good, and it doesn't actually look particularly good. How did I make the high scoreboard? Let's see if anybody else has played this game. Yeah, I'm normally much, much better at this. But yeah, this feels so disconnected. Also, I just figured out which of my buttons does what. Okay. Let's get in one more game, and then let's back out and see if anybody's joined us in the lobby. They leave the how to play on, and it's almost no help at all. The reason it's almost no help is my buttons aren't labeled correctly on this controller, so they might as well turn off the how to play, because I don't know which button is mapped to the A button. A little soft filter here. At least it's in the right aspect ratio, and at least there's nice bezel art in the normally black screen. It really looks like I'm doing better, but all I'm doing is queuing up moves for her to do. I'm not reacting to him at all. You know? I'm just like, he'll probably just stand there and take this. Alright, just do a little storm thing until he dies. Execution problems with this stick. I bet if I had that Octagate in here, that would be, you know, the Octagate that it came with that I pulled out just to, I don't know, give myself a competitive disadvantage at this one specific moment. Can we all recognize how awesome it is that this thing came with an Octagate right out the gate? Somebody had a vision for this controller, at least. They put in good feeling buttons. They could have put in like clone Sanwa buttons and probably made people happier, but no, they went with clone American style buttons because they feel just sharper. And these buttons, they're actually, whoop. Okay, King Don Juan, you got me. These buttons are actually a little stiffer than I'm used to with the Cherry. Like the Suzo Hap with the, or actually the Industrious Lorenzo with the Cherry, they're a little stiffer than that. So she has short range and long range versions of most of these moves, and I still have got to figure out which one's which. Okay, so B is the short range one. Did it just freeze up on me? Okay, and here I am out at the menu for some reason. Thank you, game. While I'm here, let's go up and let's see if we can go into settings and make sure my microphone's on and stuff. Game will launch when you create a game. Select it. There's no other option. Microphone on, microphone off. Okay, I got my microphone plugged in. I assume my microphone is working, but I have no way to figure that out. I mean, I know this one's working, but as far as this one over here is... hello! This is way too close for this microphone. Okay, so I guess we will try... I think I need something for these pinball tables. We can try and get Prehistoric Isle going. Now let's try a pinball table. Cloud pinball tables, please exit lobby and install and activate using the table. Table software is okay. I think I might have to buy those, huh? What's up here in the lobby? Notifications, any notifications? Nope. Well, Prehistoric Isle it is. Server is starting up. You know, one thing I will say, actually, I haven't noticed this thing lose sync yet, and I think with the cloud-delivered games, it may never lose sync, where when I actually spin up a local game, it'll switch from the 1080p in the menus down to usually 720p for the games, and that'll trip up my capture device. I don't think this is the game I thought it was. Alright, so it's actually B to shoot. Oh, this feels super disconnected. Now I was, back in the day, oh, clever at pulling me down. Back in the day, I was even an OnLive fan. And, you know, cloud gaming there. And, you know, I didn't notice that much latency on OnLive at the beginning. And then at the end, when OnLive was probably running out of money, they got just awful. Oh, this is quite laggy. This is not the right genre to be running in the cloud here. Oh. Alright, so I got this thing attached to the front of my plane. I wonder if I can throw it with... Oh good, I got rank number 1. So this thing does have like regular high score competitions for the things that have the little trophy next to them. That means that they're on the current schedule for high score competition. Oh, and this was one of those games. They announced the winners for the last one, so presumably there's more people than me that play these things. Although I just did set a high score, I am only day number 2 of this round, so April Fool's Day, which was yesterday, was day number 1. Money. Okay, so the A button moves around my option here. I think I'm going to have him be like a forward bomb. Boy, he charged forward kind of a weirdly random amount there. This is... I'm sure this repetitive clicking is not the most amusing viewing, but the reason I put the kibosh on the 8-bit Do joystick is I thought it had just an unnatural amount of latency. And then it turns out that it's just the cloud has an unnatural amount of latency. Like I'm moving in my directionals about a random amount here. And I'm not using Wi-Fi for this, by the way. I'm using a wired internet connection. It's fairly stout. Oh, it blew up. That's okay. I've got a high score going, and I still haven't seen the first boss. Alright, give me my option. And we'll aim the option down there, so we got kind of a forward bomb. And no, I really don't know what the... Oh, geez. Yeah, that can reach me. I'm going to try and be down here and lure him into coming down. Come on, come on. Oh, he froze. He telegraphs that quite a bit. Come on. Oh, Elite Master Gamer. Wow. So I have no idea where their servers are, or what kind of latency I'm pulling between me and them. Well, they did the old waterfall thing, and the waterfall pulls you down. About exactly as much as the cavemen pull you down. Whoops. Let's input my name here. Does it let you keep your score if you continue? No, it doesn't. Good. Good, good. Because otherwise I could just credit feed the high score table. Some arcade games let you do that. It really bugs me. Oh, this feels like garbage here. So I mean, I've got a wired 150 megabit connection, which should be enough for game streaming. I've streamed much better on much less before. But I don't know where I'm going to in terms of milliseconds. They really like to telegraph their attacks in this game. That's neighborly of them. Run! How am I filling the high score table here? Alright, let's go back. Figure out how to quit. So apparently there's that ArcadeNet timer up in the corner, and that seems to indicate that I have less than, because you know, I've got 2 hours of streaming time. Now I've got an hour and 37 left of streaming time here. So let's get out. I don't think there's any of these going. Oh, I'm still hitting the fire button for the game. Okay, let's have a look at these options up along the top here. You know what? Let's turn on latency. That should be like a millisecond counter, I imagine. Well, I don't see it there. Yeah, I don't see my latency counter anywhere. Maybe if I hit this. Latency, 40 milliseconds. That's not bad, actually. But it feels so bad. I have a feeling that latency is only one direction. Then it's got to do the processing and come back, so it's actually double that. Now, 15 milliseconds is a frame, just for science nerds out there. 15 milliseconds is a frame, and if we're looking at about, you know, 90 milliseconds, 80, 90 milliseconds, we are in the 5-frame territory, probably. Whatever 5 times 15 is. You nerds who can do math in your head can figure it out and comment down below here. But, yeah, it looks like... we got a whopping nobody in this room here. Let's go ahead and quit. So the happy hour goes from 8 p.m. my time to 10 p.m. my time. They made sure to list it in all of the different time zones here. Hoop, shut up and jam too. Drift Out 94, that game has way too much lag for me on the local one that's built into the box. Skittles here? I think I need a pinball thing for that. Cloud pinball tables need to be installed prior to launch. Well, then they're not in the cloud, are they? Create a game. Barkley, shut up and jam too. No. No, just no. 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 Now, Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Guy Dad, there is a game. Too bad they never made the rest of that story. That's a pinball table. Okay. Sports, no. So we really only have like 4 games here. Drift Out 94, which is a built-in, but I imagine it's not a built-in for some of these AtGames Legends products. Mark of the Wolves, fantastic game, but I am now dealing with so much lag. Let's try joining a game. Okay, we'll create a game.
Those blinded by ambition, those consumed with vengeance. But here, they do not exist. Only winners and losers here.
So when I quit the game briefly, it shows up a little screen that seems to indicate that I'm in solo mode, like I'm the only one who can play. And of this friends list, where do I access this friends list? I don't have any friends in real life. No way I got friends in this environment. Tell you what, let's go to Prehistoric Isle here. Boom. Let's go down to leaderboard and see if it's tracking that separately. Wow, these people are way better than me. Recent games. Oh, these are my recent games. We could just sit up here and refresh this list. If it's not refreshing, I may have to manually wail on that button. Anything in notifications? Nope. I chose my avatar. Microphone on. Hello, people. Can you hear me, people? Don't worry, this is my streaming mic. Hello. This one is hooked directly up to that little console. Refresh. Search for Marco. No, there's only this to do. Oh wait, no, there's not. There's a second page. Why? Tampax. It's a pinball game though, so I can't play it. Adventures of Robby Roto. Puzzle game, Leprechaun King team play. I don't think I can do that. No, I have to install these tables. I think the odds that anybody's going to know that there's a second page there are pretty slim. Why doesn't this scroll? Let's find one of these pinball tables and try and install it, maybe. So we got blue versus pink. Friends online, no. Well, I don't have friends, so. Got blue versus pink and Skittles and Invaders. So we have to go to exit. Okay. App X Store. Oh, they are not going to make it easy for me to find any of these, are they? These are real pinball tables. Those don't look like it. Those don't look like it. Attract mode. Download attract mode videos. No, thank you. It's not going to be in the Taito ones. There was an invader, but it wasn't Space Invaders, I don't think. Okay. Those don't seem right. Those don't seem right. Okay. Yeah, I am not seeing any of those tables. There must be something I am missing here. So these are the games in arcade net. Oh, can I see my friends list here? Settings, voice chat. Testing, 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 testing the microphone. Yes, new chat room. Chat room success. I am there. Hello, me. Oh, good. It's got such a long ID number that I don't really want to leave the chat. I'm going to leave that up there. Live streaming. No, I'm not going to stream into any of those. Okay, settings lock, parental controls, attract mode, UI preferences, pinball settings. No. Okay. Guess let's try that puzzle game in the lobby. It's on page 2. Adventures of Robby Roto. Great game. Ooh. Ooh, this one might... I like old games, guys, but this one might be a little old for me here. Ooh, let's see here. Just trying to pick up the story here from the bezel art. Magic Roto. Okay. This is a thing. Run. All right, so oh, now I know how everybody younger than me feels when they're trying to play a game from my era. Oh, well, he looks unhappy. I want to be unhappy. Run. Oh, they're prisoners, so I gotta get them. And I got the key. I'm gonna get this last guy. Then we are gonna run out of here before that red guy comes. think I may have sussed out how this game works. At least level 1. And that would make this the most fun I think I've had on this console. Oh, they took my little dude. Okay. And the reason I'm having fun is I don't know how this game is supposed to play, so I can't say for sure that it's wrong. Looking at it though, it's not supposed to play terribly well, and it certainly doesn't feel terrifically sharp. Oh, it sure does look like this thing was created in a few seconds of Microsoft Paint here, doesn't it? Oh no, they stole one of my little dudes and I can't tell which way I can go. Oh, whoa. Oh, they stole another one of my little dudes. Run. Oh, they got me. So I have a feeling I can hit a button and turn into that magic version of me that can pass through enemies. I wonder if my prisoners can pass through enemies. Hey, guess which button doesn't turn me into that magic dude? The main one. Okay, it's the B button. I noticed that about the Prehistoric Isle game too. The button I thought would have done it for me did not actually shoot the gun, so I think there may have been a mapping problem. Well, that certainly made noise. Oh, more lives. Yes, I'd say this is probably the most fun I've had on this because, one, I don't know how this game is supposed to play, and two, it doesn't look like it's supposed to play very well. Oh no, he stole my little dude. I don't really care all that much that they stole my dude, I guess. Oh. Come on, Robby, you can do better than this. Game over. Okay, so now it looks like the bezel is making much more sense here. And it is the B button for the main button still. I think this is a one button game and it is not the A button. That's weird. Oh, there's me, Hall of Famer. Oh, I see. My friends list is over there at the right. It's just kind of a transparent box. And I don't know how to add people to my friends list. Okay. It's entirely possible that it hasn't come up before on their service that somebody wanted to add somebody else as a friend. Based on exactly how packed happy hour is in here. Man. So happy hour goes for 2 hours, but I think my fun meter is getting pretty well pegged here. Let's see, it's been over an hour of happy hour. Yeah, I think my fun meter is pretty much pegged on this. I think I'm going to give it up, pack it in, and wait for the next spam email from them to tell me that there's a happy hour coming up so I can sit in a room by myself. Well, until next time, Reaper Man out. Okay, I'm back and I figured out how Cloud Pinball works. I had to install it over here in ArcadeNet, just like it said, instead of digging for it in the App X store. So now I'm heading back into the lobby, try and find somebody to hang out with, I guess. And let's go ahead and let's pull up a pinball table. Let's do Junkyard Cats. Okay, server is starting up. 3 minutes. That's 3 times longer than the other one. I doubt it's going to take that long to spin one of these up. I say that knowing nothing about the architecture involved here. Would like to mention how nice it is that they have a controller with an MDF top on it. Admittedly, this material down here isn't great, but this MDF up on top, oh, this controller feels really good. It's just paired with this system, and this system isn't all that great. All right, now it's worth mentioning that I don't have pinball buttons. I do notice from the pinout, there's 3 contacts on each side of this. The central one is the common or the ground, and the ones on either side of it, they replicate the left and right button. And we're playing pinball without those. Fine, but this is a modern arcade stick, meaning it's got a modern arcade stick layout. And if you notice, on a lot of modern arcade sticks, they'll swap around L and R. So it's X, Y, R, L, and A, B, R, L. So that makes very little sense to me. It must be something in the fighting game world that causes that to work that way. I don't know. All right, future pinball. Now, let's hit this thing. Let's go and get the latency enabled again. It's really not worth doing this without the latency enabled. Okay, I think it's enabled. No, it's not enabled. Oh, this controller. Latency enabled. Now mind, I have my radio turned off. You do that by holding down the P1 button for like 5 seconds, and I'm USB connected in. So whatever this is, and it just crashed. And it crashed reasonably hard here. I don't have any control over this. I don't have any control over anything right now, actually. Okay, it's doing something. Just scooch this a little closer here. It is loading. Now, it's worth pointing out that I haven't spent a dime past the $50 it costs to get the hardware, and that's the $50 that includes this fantastic stick here that is unimaginably fantastic on a Mister, and it comes with this little puck console called an AtGames Legends Core, and it is not so fantastic. And when you sign up for your free ArcadeNet account, which you're going to want to do because then that'll give you the CoinOps X it takes to bring your own games, well, then you get put on a mailing list where every day I get at least one email from AtGames now. It's like, holy cow, guys. Just, are you even doing anything, computer? All right, we'll give this a few minutes. I'm going to sit here and just complain about AtGames while I'm staring at their loading screen. It's not really loading, is it? No, guys, I don't think it's really loading. I think it's just broke. And I would have to get up to reboot the console. So the console also doesn't have a power button on it. I had to buy my own power button, basically a USB power button, and attach that thing to it. I just servo taped it up on there. I also had to get a USB hub because it's only got one USB port, but you need one USB port for the USB stick to load all this software onto. So whatever. So you can either Bluetooth your controller in and deal with the lag, or you can buy yourself a USB hub, I guess. So I bought a USB hub and a power switch. Well, I thought I was going to get to play some pinball with my flippers backwards. I was looking forward to that. So the modifications I've done to this stick, oh, it's doing something. Oh, it's bringing me back to the menu. Hey, now it's responding again. Good. Good. Hey, let's go up to the top and refresh. Yeah, still no players anywhere. So instead of Junkyard Cats, we could play the Skittles. No. I want to do something on the first page, even though the Leprechaun King table looks so awesome on the second page. If anybody does come in here, they're probably not going to notice there's a second page because it took me a while to do that. So let's go with Invaders. Let's create a game on this cloud pinball table. Now the reason I'm trying to turn on the latency is because I was noticing 40 milliseconds latency, which actually sounds pretty good, but I bet that's only one direction, so I bet it's 80 milliseconds latency, and a frame is 15 milliseconds. So if you've got like I don't know, 5 or 6 frames of lag, that's not great at all. My screen up here is generally 1 to 2 frames of lag in an ideal situation. So yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and anybody ever played Moraff's World? Because this has kind of the overall feeling of a Moraff's World, doesn't it? Like, Moraff's World. You ever been nostalgic just for the name of something and you don't at all want to play it? That's me in Moraff's World. Oh, all right. So let's go ahead and let's figure out what launches the ball. Oh, good. A and B also do the flippers. Good, because my left and right are going to be backwards. All right. So, oh, down. Okay. Yeah, so if there was a game called Moraff's Pinball, that would be what I... Okay, I let the button go and it froze up. So that was several seconds where there was just no... Oh, that's okay. Shoot Again was still lit. I like how the less than 60 streaming minutes remaining is still up. Okay, does anybody see that but me? I mean, the latency on this is I can't even hit flippers now. Okay, I'm just going to hold them down. Then I'm going to let them up. Ah. How can you play pinball? No more balls. Oh no. I want to play more Moraff's pinball here. So apparently Steve Moraff is still releasing games. He kind of went into mahjong at some point, however you say that, the solitaire. Press enter to update scoreboard. No, Oh, for the keyboard that I have attached. Yeah, I don't have a keyboard attached. Press enter to update. Is there a button on here that I can use to update scoreboard? No, but that reminded me that I did want to actually turn my latency on. Why do I get latency in this menu? There we go. Okay. Latency 60. That is potentially 120 milliseconds. Alrighty. Okay, let us try and really... Oh my gosh. I am so glad I don't have one of those virtual pinball tables. Well, I suppose they have the games built in, so they don't have latency. Hey, I caught it with a flipper. So I'm guessing, what I'm doing is I'm catching it with the flipper, and I'm guessing how far down it'll go, and then hitting the button, and then just letting that... Oh, it dropped my flipper for me. Come on. Come on. Oh. Left and right loop active. Okay. I guess the reason I'm calling this thing Moraff's Pinball is just kind of the overall kind of garishness of the colors. It's not like this isn't kind of fun to play, and it's not like I paid for this. I mean, I paid for the system, but I did not pay for these pinball games. They give me, I guess, a certain amount of time per, I don't know, happy hour, I guess. Both flippers should be up right now. This is actually a little worse than what I was dealing with the arcade games. So I'm going to go ahead and guess the pinball are served out of a different place, maybe? Okay, so now I'm doing the match at the end of my game. Well, that was something. And now, of course, the flippers are closer to behaving. Oh, now they're not. They'll just stop responding for... There you go, they just stopped responding. I'm just alternating my flippers right now, and the game's not keeping up. Okay, well, this has been fun again. So I guess I'm going to call this one, and until next time, Reaper Man out.